I am my hero 1 year from now. It's already set in motion. And I hope to inspire you to set in motion to be your hero in 1 year. That is my mission on this channel. This video is how I lost my 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Yes, I did. I thought it was going to take me a month and it only took me 2 weeks. So onward and upward, and I can move on to better and bigger things. But I wanted to give you some cliff notes real quickly of how I accomplished that. And then if you wanted full details, the links below are for my full videos of my experience and my journey of losing my 5 pounds in 2 weeks. A glass of water before each meal. Look at my fist for my portion size, since that is the size of everyone's stomach. And then I would ask myself if I'm satisfied after that portion. And then if I'm still hungry, get more. But I would always ask myself, am I satisfied after each portion that I serve myself. On the second video, you can find how I talk about standing more. I have a sit-stand desk at work, so I am implementing standing more. Real simple. In the morning, I stand as soon as I get there with my beverage, and then I'll do like 20 minutes at least. And then after I drink my beverage, at some point I'm gonna have to get up and go to the bathroom, and then I just rinse and repeat all day. My third video is about intermittent fasting. I didn't talk too much about it. I just mentioned that I did it. Basically, I just do like 12 or 14 hours. It's really easy. I stop eating at 7 o'clock at night. In the morning, if I wake up and I'm hungry, usually I don't have time because I'm getting ready until 8, so that puts me at 13 hours. But then if I'm not hungry, then I'll, wait another hour or two. But basically, I do not starve myself. My mom was really concerned that I was doing that, and that is not the case at all. So I did implement that when I got really serious. In the first week, I was half-assing it. It's my first video, and, I only lost 1 pound my first week. So now I'm on page for the second week, and that's when I really lost the weight quickly. Fourth video is about meal prep and just how important what you eat is more important than exercising. That 80% of weight control is what you eat. So I just made sure that I always had healthy foods around me, made sure that I took healthy foods to work, and it was as simple as that. The next video was about sugar. I talk a lot about sugar in the next few videos. It's the devil. I really believe that sugar really made the biggest difference in me losing this 5 pounds. I cut out sugar altogether for the past week. It cleansed my palate. I don't crave sugar like I used to. I don't crave that sweetness, and it will continue on. I know for at least, I will until I let it back in, and then then I might have to start this process over, and I'm not going to. I mean, I will let some sugar in every once in a while. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't want to focus on losing this 5 pounds over and over again in my life. I'm ready to move on to higher and more profound goals. So that's that. Oh, sugar increases appetite is my next video. If you don't know that information, I didn't know that information until this past summer when I did the Wildfit, which is where I got a lot of this information about sugar and cutting out sugar, and I got inspired to do something about the sugar intake. So that, just putting sugar in my coffee every morning, as I did for years and years and years, was counterintuitive because I thought that the caffeine was reducing my appetite, but I was putting the sugar in. Oh, so in the 5-day challenge, I talk about the awareness on sugar in packages, looking at that, looking for that. I think that would decrease most people's sugar intake just by doing that habit alone. Probably about half, I would think, just in a year, if you just did that practice alone. That's it. So maybe you say, I'm not going to give up sugar. Well, maybe just look at the packages and just, be more aware. I'm just saying, bring awareness maybe to that subject. And then, talking about your food devil, is your food devil like, oh yeah, you can just have that little piece of cake or whatever. It'll be fine. Just, being aware of stuff like that. Just what your little inner voice is saying about food. And, you know, well, I don't want to get into that. If you want to get into the whole thing, go to the Wildfit, do the Wildfit challenge. He really gets it more in depth about all of the sugar and the food devil, and he's really good. This one was probably my favorite. It was only a 2-minute video, but it's on the emotional why. Why am I doing this challenge? So, you know, if you're trying to lose 5 pounds or whatever your goal is, I would just encourage you to really dig deep into your why, and, you know, make it an emotional why. You're like, you know, I want to feel sexy again. You know, that's great. Or mine was, I wanted it to be a very measurable goal for me to start off my year, so that it gave me momentum for bigger and better, more powerful goals for me. So that was my why. Water. I just talk about drinking water and how awesome water is. Then my next video was about tennis shoes and how I'm going to start putting a pair of tennis shoes in my car, so that when I have 20 minutes in between meetings or something like that, I could go for a walk. I mean, I can still go for a walk in my boots or whatever, but it's just uncomfortable, and you know, my pace is slower. So I think that'd be good practice. Then let's see, back pain. I talk about my back pain. So basically just being aware of anything that's going on with your body that may be causing you to not be as active as you want to, and self-love, you know, take care of you. Then the next one, it was the yoga pants. How I like my yoga pants, and how I like to wear my yoga pants around the house, because it makes me feel all athletic and stretchy. So then I'm doing yoga poses more, or, you know, going for a walk more or something, just because I have my yoga pants on. That's a simple practice that anybody can apply. And then you know, in the video, I just talk about some other activities that I want to include this year, and mixing it up so that I don't get bored, and so that I actually look forward to it and I actually do the activities, instead of just saying I'm gonna do the activities. So that's that. And just to let you know, I did my like 5 minutes yoga here and 5 minutes yoga there stretches throughout these 2 weeks, but I have not exercised like, you know, like people do, like the 30-minute hour kind of exercises. So that was not my experience. It's about food. I mean, I really believe your first step, if you're wanting to lose weight, is focus on your food. The last, well, not the last one, but near last is sugar again. I talk about sugar because my mom, she was worried, and food. I just talk about like food that I ate and how I self-loved through the whole process, and I took really good care of myself. I did not punish my body. I ate when I was hungry. So like I said, like in one of my videos, since I was only having this much sometimes, I would eat 3 hours later. Like I would eat that much for lunch, and then at 3 o'clock I'd eat that much more, and at 6 o'clock I'd eat that much more. So I never starved myself or did anything unhealthy, because my whole goal was for this to not come up again, that it's a lifestyle change, and that I don't have to come back to this subject anymore, because I'm going on to bigger and better goals this year. Again, that's my goal. So the last subject was about caffeine and fat and the belief systems around those two items. And then I had a belief system around caffeine, that it suppressed my appetite and kept me thin. And now I know that is not true because of my sugar challenges that I've done without caffeine. So now I know that it's sugar that helps keep us thin, you know, not adding the sugar, reducing the sugar for sure. And then also the fat, that I'm okay with fat in my diet, and it, you know, not too much though. Don't eat too many almonds with a lot of fat, because it has a lot of calories. Not 1,000 extra calories a day, but yes, I totally am good with fat. I've always had fat in my diet, and I think it's healthy. Not too much, everything's in moderation. But I hope this journey is helping you. She just keeps on wanting to bring the kitty yoga to the spotlight. Little girl, what's this pose? What's your yoga pose? Isn't she pretty? love her.